Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge, etc. Jai Hind, your daily boost. Tithi, Nakshatra, days of the year and important birth and death anniversaries of 2nd September 2025, Tuesday. Bengali date 16 Bhadro 1432 as per Benimadhab Shil Ponjika, Tithi Shukla Dashmi and up to full day. Nakshatra Mula and up to 20 hours and after that Purvashara. Today is 245th day of the year. There are then 120 days left in 2025. Today is 35th Tuesday of 2025. Today is Jyeshta Gauri Visarjan. Jyeshta Gauri Visarjan is a significant ritual in Maharashtra that marks the conclusion of the Jyeshta Gauri festival, celebrated during Ganesh Chaturthi. Devotees invite Goddess Gauri, considered to be a form of Goddess Parvati and symbolic of prosperity and well-being, into their homes for 3 days with great devotion, elaborate decorations, and offerings. After worship and festive celebrations, the idols of Jeshta Gauri are immersed in water during the Visarjan ceremony, accompanied by prayers, traditional songs, and processions. The ritual signifies bidding farewell to the goddess with reverence, expressing gratitude for her blessings, and seeking her return the following year with renewed prosperity and happiness. Today is National Nutrition Week. National Nutrition Week is observed annually in India during the first week of September to raise awareness about the importance of balanced nutrition and healthy eating habits. The week aims to educate people about the role of proper nutrition in maintaining overall health, preventing malnutrition, and promoting physical and mental well being. Various activities such as seminars, workshops, awareness campaigns, and health checkups are organized by government bodies, schools, and health organizations to encourage the consumption of nutritious foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and proteins. The observance also highlights the significance of addressing nutritional deficiencies, especially among children, pregnant women, and vulnerable populations, to ensure a healthier society. Today is World Coconut Day. World Coconut Day, observed on 2nd September every year, is celebrated to highlight the importance of the coconut tree, often called the tree of life, for its immense nutritional, economic, and cultural value. The day aims to raise awareness about the benefits of coconuts in health, agriculture, and industry, while also promoting sustainable farming practices to support millions of coconut farmers worldwide. Events, exhibitions, and awareness campaigns are organized globally, particularly in coconut producing countries, to emphasize its role in food security, livelihoods, and environmental sustainability. Today is National Baseball Day. National Spalding Baseball Day, observed annually on September 2nd, celebrates the legacy of Albert Goodwill Spalding, a legendary pitcher, manager, executive, and co-founder of the Spalding Sporting Goods Company. Spalding not only helped popularize baseball in the late 19th century but also played a vital role in shaping the sport's professional structure and global reach. The day honors his contributions as both a player and a businessman who made quality baseball equipment widely accessible, helping the game grow into America's national pastime. Fans, players, and sports enthusiasts use the occasion to reflect on baseball's history and Spalding's enduring influence on the sport. Today is National Blueberry Popsicle Day. National Blueberry Popsicle Day, celebrated every year on September 2nd, is a sweet tribute to the refreshing frozen treat made with one of summer's favorite fruits. Blueberries packed with antioxidants and vitamins bring a naturally vibrant flavor and rich color to popsicles, making them both delicious and nutritious. On this day, people enjoy homemade or store-bought blueberry popsicles as a cool way to beat the lingering summer heat, while also appreciating the creativity of turning simple fruits into fun frozen delights. It's a perfect occasion to savor a healthy snack that embodies both taste and refreshment. Today is National Live Fearless Day. National Live Fearless Day, observed on September 2nd, encourages people to break free from self doubt, embrace courage, and pursue their goals without letting fear hold them back. The day is about empowering individuals to face challenges with confidence, whether in personal growth, relationships, career, or health. It serves as a reminder that living fearlessly does not mean being without fear, but rather choosing to move forward in spite of it. On this day, people are inspired to step outside their comfort zones, celebrate bravery in everyday life, and encourage others to do the same. Today is Calendar Adjustment Day. Calendar Adjustment Day, marked on September 2nd, commemorates the historic shift from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar in 1752, when Great Britain and its American colonies made the transition. To align with the new system, 11 days were dropped from the calendar, meaning that September 2nd, 1752 was immediately followed by September 14th. The adjustment corrected inaccuracies in the Julian calendar that had caused dates or seasonal events such as equinoxes to drift over centuries. The day serves as a reminder of how humanity has continually refined timekeeping to better reflect astronomical reality and maintain order in daily life. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Rudolf Stephen Jan Wiegel, 2nd September 1883 to 11th August 1957. Rudolf Stephen Jan Wiegel was a Polish biologist, physician, and inventor renowned for developing the first effective vaccine against epidemic typhus, a deadly disease spread by lice. Born in Austria-Hungary, he moved to Poland, where he studied biology and medicine at Lwow University. In the 1920s, Wiegel devised an innovative method of cultivating lice and using their infected midges to produce a vaccine which saved countless lives during World War II. Despite Nazi occupation, he covertly employed and protected many Polish intellectuals and Jews in his institute, shielding them from prosecution. His work was recognized worldwide, and he was nominated for the Nobel Prize multiple times. After the war, he continued teaching and researching, though political tensions in communist Poland limited his recognition at home. Today, Weigel is remembered both as a brilliant scientist and a humanitarian who risked his life to save others. His legacy remains a testament to courage, ingenuity, and compassion in the face of tyranny. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Virendranath Chattopadhyay, 31st October 1880 to 2nd September 1937. Virendranath Chattopadhyay, popularly known as Chotto, was a prominent Indian revolutionary, international activist, and intellectual closely associated with the global anti-colonial movement. Born in Hyderabad into a distinguished Bengali family, he was the elder brother of the poet and Nobel laureate Sarojini Naidu. Deeply influenced by nationalist ideas, he moved to Europe in the early 20th century, where he became a leading figure of the India House Circle in London, working alongside revolutionaries like Shyamji Krishna Varma and V.D. Savarkar. Later, he played an important role in the Berlin Committee, Indian Independence Committee, during World War I, seeking German support to overthrow British colonial rule in India. Fluent in several European languages, Giotto built extensive networks with leftist groups, trade unions, and socialist leaders across Europe. He was deeply involved with the Communist International, COM in turn, and contributed to shaping the ideology of Indian communism. Despite his global influence, his life ended tragically when he fell victim to Stalin's Great Purge in the Soviet Union in 1937. Today, he is remembered as one of the earliest Indian revolutionaries who linked the freedom struggle with international socialist and anti-imperialist movements. Today is the anniversary of Miss Barbara McClintock, 16th June 1902 to 2nd September 1992. Barbara McClintock was a was an American scientist and cytogeneticist who made groundbreaking discoveries in genetics, earning her the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1983. She spent much of her career studying maize, corn, and became renowned for her discovery of jumping genes or transposable elements, which reveal that genes are not fixed but can move within and between chromosomes. Her pioneering work in the 1940s and 1950s challenged the traditional understanding of genetics, though it was initially met with skepticism by the scientific community. Over time, her research profoundly changed the way scientists understood genetic regulation, genome stability, and evolution. McClintock's meticulous experiments and deep intuition about plant genetics showcased her brilliance and perseverance in the male dominated field. She spent most of her professional career life at the Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory, where she worked in relative isolation undeterred by the lack of recognition. Eventually, her contributions were fully acknowledged, and she became the first woman to receive the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine as a sole recipient. Her legacy continues to inspire geneticists, biologists, and women in science worldwide. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Willie Ninja, 12th April 1961 to 2nd September 2006. Willie Ninja was an American dancer, choreographer, and cultural icon, celebrated as the godfather of voguing for his role in bringing the underground ballroom scene to international attention. Born William Ross Leake in Queens, New York, he rose to prominence in the 1980s Harlem ballroom culture, where he founded the legendary House of Ninja. His unique dance style, inspired by martial arts, Egyptian hieroglyphs, and fashion poses, set new standards for voguing and influenced both underground and mainstream dance. Ninja gained worldwide recognition after appearing in the 1990 documentary Paris is Burning, which highlighted the creativity and struggles of Black and Latino LGBTQ communities. He also worked with major artists, choreographing and modeling for Madonna, Jean-Paul Gaultier, and Thierry Mugler, blending street culture with high fashion. Beyond dance, Ninja was an activist who used his platform to raise awareness about HIV/AIDS and LGBTQ issues. His mentorship nurtured generations of performers within the ballroom community, ensuring voguing's lasting legacy. Even after his passing in 2006, Ninja remains a symbol of self expression, resilience, and cultural pride. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Frederick Soddy, 2nd September 1877 to 22 September 1956. Frederick Soddy was a British chemist and Nobel laureate best known for his pioneering work on radioactivity and isotopes. Collaborating with Ernest Rutherford, he helped explain the phenomenon of radioactive decay and transmutation of elements, demonstrating that atoms of one element could transform into another. So they introduced the concept of isotopes, atoms of the same element with different atomic masses, which became fundamental in modern chemistry and nuclear science. Awarded the 1921 Nobel Prize in Chemistry, his research laid the groundwork for both nuclear energy and medical applications of radioisotopes. Beyond science, he was also a social thinker, writing extensively on economics and criticizing the misuse of wealth and resources. His book, Wealth, Virtual Wealth, and Debt, reflected his interest in linking scientific principles with economic reform. Despite controversies over his outspoken views, Sodi remains celebrated for bridging chemistry, physics, and social thought. His work not only advanced scientific knowledge but also sparked debates about the ethical responsibilities of science in society. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Wilhelm Friedrich Ostwald, 2nd September 1853 to 4th April 1932. Wilhelm Friedrich Ostwald was a German chemist and philosopher who made significant contributions to physical chemistry, earning the 1909 Nobel Prize in Chemistry. He is best known for his research on catalysis, chemical equilibria, and reaction velocities, which helped establish the foundations of modern chemical kinetics. Ostwald was also developed the Ostwald process for producing nitric acid, an innovation crucial for fertilizers and explosives. Beyond laboratory work, he was a prolific writer and teacher, influencing generations of chemists and spreading physical chemistry as a distinct discipline. Ostwald was also deeply interested in philosophy, color theory, and the organization of scientific knowledge, reflecting his wide ranging intellect. He championed the idea of energetics, attempting to explain natural and social phenomena in terms of energy transformation. His contributions extended to science policy and education as he promoted international cooperation among scientists. Remembered as both a brilliant researcher and visionary thinker, Ostwald's legacy continues to shape chemistry and interdisciplinary studies. Today is birth anniversary of Miss Krista Corrigan McAuliffe. 2nd September 1948 to 28 January 1986. Krista Corrigan McAuliffe was an American teacher who became a symbol of hope and inspiration as the first private citizen selected for NASA's Teacher in Space project. Born in Boston, Massachusetts, she worked as a social studies teacher in Concord, New Hampshire, where her dedication to education and students made her widely admired. In 1985, she was chosen from more than 11,000 applicants to join the crew of the Space Shuttle Challenger and planned to teach lessons from space to millions of students worldwide. McAuliffe's participation reflected NASA's effort to bring space exploration closer to everyday people, highlighting the importance of education and curiosity. Tragically, she lost her life at age 37 when Challenger broke apart shortly after liftoff on January 28, 1986, killing all seven crew members. Her legacy endures through numerous schools, scholarships, and learning centers named in her honor. McAuliffe is remembered not only as a pioneer in space history but also as a passionate educator who inspired generations to dream big. Today is the anniversary of Mr. Ronald Harry Coase, 29 December 1910 to 2nd September 2013. Ronald Harry Coase was a British economist and Nobel laureate whose work profoundly shaped modern economics, particularly in the fields of law and economics and the study of institutions. He is best known for two groundbreaking contributions: The Nature of the Firm (1937), which explained why firms exist and how transaction costs influence their size and structure, and The Problem of Social Cost (1960), which introduced what later became known as the Coase theorem. His insights highlighted how property rights, legal frameworks, and bargaining can resolve external debts without heavy government intervention. Awarded the 1991 Nobel Prize in Economics, Coase's ideas challenged conventional views of market failures and regulations, emphasizing real-world institutional arrangements over abstract models. He spent much of his academic career at the University of Chicago, where he became a central figure in shaping economic thought. Known for his clarity and practicality, Coase insisted that economists study how things actually work, not just how they should work in theory. His intellectual legacy continues to influence economics, law, and public policies worldwide. Today is the death anniversary of Mr. Alfonso Garcia Robles, 20th March 1911 to 2nd September 1991. Alfonso Garcia Robles was a Mexican diplomat, lawyer, and a Nobel Peace Prize laureate renowned for his tireless efforts in promoting nuclear disarmament and peace. He is best remembered as the architect of the Treaty of Tlatelolco, 1967, which established Latin America and the Caribbean as the world's first nuclear weapon-free zone, setting a precedent for other regions. Throughout his distinguished diplomatic career, Garcia Robles championed dialogue, cooperation, and the peaceful resolution of conflicts, representing Mexico at the United Nations and other international forums. His vision combined legal expertise with a deep humanitarian commitment, making him a respected figure in global diplomacy. In 1982, he was jointly awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his leadership in nuclear disarmament and his contributions to reducing the threat of global conflict. Known as the architect of nuclear non-proliferation in Latin America, he believed strongly in the moral responsibility of nations to prevent nuclear catastrophe. Even after his retirement, Garcia Robles remained an influential voice for peace and international cooperation. His legacy endures as a reminder of the power of diplomacy in securing a safer world. Today is the death anniversary of Mr. John Ronald Reuel Tolkien, 3rd January 1892 to 2nd September 1973. John Ronald Reuel Tolkien, better known as J.R.R. Tolkien, was an English writer, philologist, and academic, celebrated as the father of modern fantasy literature. A professor at Oxford, he specialized in Old and Middle English, drawing on his deep knowledge of languages, mythology, and medieval literature to create richly imagined worlds. His most famous works, The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings trilogy, introduced readers to Middle-earth, a universal universe filled with detailed histories, languages, and cultures. Tolkien also authored the Silmarillion and numerous other writings that expanded the mythology of his fictional world. His imaginative storytelling, blending epic adventure with profound themes of friendship, sacrifice, and struggle between good and evil, reshaped fantasy as a serious literary genre. Beyond writing, he was a close friend of C.S. Lewis and part of the literary group The Inklings. Though initially modest about his fame, his works gained immense global popularity and inspired countless adaptations. Today, Tolkien remains a towering figure in literature with a legacy that continues to influence writers, filmmakers, and readers worldwide. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. T.K. Madhavan, 2nd September 1885 to 27th April 1930. T.K. Madhavan was a prominent social reformer, journalist, and freedom fighter from Kerala who played a crucial role in challenging caste-based discrimination and untouchability. Born into the Izawa community, he dedicated his life to fighting social inequalities and uplifted marginalized groups. As a leader of the Sri Narayana Dharma Paripalana (SNDP Yogam), he worked closely with Sri Narayana Guru to promote education, social justice, and equality. Madhavan is best remembered for spearheading the historic Vaikom Satyagraha (1924–25), a non-violent movement demanding the right of lower caste people to use public roads like the Vaikom Temple. He was also active in the Indian National Congress, linking social reform with the larger struggle for independence. As a journalist, he edited the newspaper Deshabhamani, using it as a platform to spread reformist ideas. His untimely death at the age of 45 was a great loss to both the social and political movements of Kerala. Today, T.K. Madhavan is remembered as a fearless reformer who fought for dignity, equality, and justice for the oppressed. Your daily dose of wisdom ends here, but the journey never stops. Thank you very much for your patience. Please do like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel.